Hello, it is a cold, brisk day here in Minnesota, so I'm having a nice warm sweater moment. This is the day that Venus and Neptune conjoin, and also we have Venus meeting the North Node, and I'm right in the middle of those two energies. Although they're both active right now, the perfection has already occurred between Neptune and Venus. I should say Venus and Neptune, that's the correct astrological way to do it. The fastest moving planet gets named first. Just a little education for you. So I'm going to get the energy of this energy that's going to be lasting for the next couple of days. And I'm excited to use my Cosmic Journey Oracle. It's a very Aquarian style deck. So what do we've got? I'm going to ask for volunteers because that's always the funnest thing. And I had a bunch pop out. How many did I have? That's way too many, but I will take the top one. Okay, I'll take the top two. And hang on, I'm looking for one more. I'm looking for one more. So if you were one of those that already popped out, you are welcome to do so again. If you really feel you have the message for the crew here. Okay. Already getting it. Pretty cool. So here. Oh, there we go. Focus. You cannot pour from an empty cup. This is that South Node in Virgo energy. Now, remember, the energy I was just talking about was in Pisces, but that South Node is in Virgo. Virgo is very much about being of service, but you can't help others if you are completely drained and exhausted. So definitely we're getting that energies in. And I've been getting messages about self-care. I went to bed early last night and slept really well for a really long time. I actually, 9 hours or something like that. It was lovely. And the night before I had woke up like at 3, but then that was the day that Uranus went direct. So yay me. So you are perfectly imperfect. And that is also, okay. The North Node wants to include the South Node in this message. That's what's going on. You are perfectly imperfect. So that Virgo energy of the South Node, you judge yourself way too harshly. And I think it wants you to realize that this energy of Venus and Neptune is, you have to give yourself some grace in that Virgo area of your chart, because that's going to be at that 28 degree, right? And Venus will be there very soon. It's so important for you with that feminine energy of Venus, recognizing that you do need to take care of yourself. I know the energy has just been very strong. We had Pluto and Mercury in a conjunction earlier, and there was some truths that came out, and there's probably truths that happened in your personal life that were really difficult. So what I'm saying is, don't judge yourself so harshly, and give yourself grace, give yourself rest, give yourself moments away from the heavy thoughts that are going on, or your mind racing. And this is interesting that this came out. Listen in stillness, you meet your true self. So I will say I'm a Gemini rising, and I love to learn. And no, you can hear my dog in the background. So listen in stillness, you meet your true self. This is very much that energy of giving yourself rest. But the other part of this is you don't, I'm thinking of the star moment here, you don't have to have silence in order to clear your brain. Because one of the really, really cool things about all of this is that put music on. And if you are listening to music and dancing, that also is a rest for your brain, because all you are doing is hearing the music and dancing. When you dance, do you really have time in your brain to go to any place else? And that's one of the things I advise people that like, oh, I don't know how to meditate. I don't know what to do. I have a hard time emptying my brain and doing that. I'm like, okay. I mean, there's different things to do. Basically, you're giving your brain a rest. And you can do that by candle gazing. You can do that by watching a fire. You can do that by, I mean, we're having Chill Fest this weekend. And one of the things that they're doing is they're having barrels out there, burn barrels, for the community gathering area. Plus, they have this really cool tent that's like heated, that looks like an ice cube, but it's heated on the inside. And looking at fire, looking at a candle, and just people have been doing this for thousands and thousands of years, staring at a fire in the summer or the winter is something that will calm your brain. That's why people love to have campfires, right? It's that just looking at the fire, smelling that smoke, and just being in the moment. So that's the biggest part of this, being in the moment. That's the same thing with dancing. You can have sound. You can have actually the sound that comes from YouTube works. Like if you want to listen to singing bowls or the certain hertz that are on the music that's on YouTube that is relaxing for you, take advantage of all those opportunities. So I do have my I'm sorry, I've said Revealing Light Tarot because I'm a fan of hers, but this is like Light.C.H tarot deck. Oh, we had a bunch of cards pop out, but they're not supposed to. I was just like, that was my fault. That wasn't the deck trying to come out. They let you know these things, right? The cards do. So let's take a look. I really am interested in to see what's going to come out. Okay, these three came out. I'm going to start with these three. I haven't seen them yet. Four, actually. Ooh, yeah, okay. And normally I don't take reversals, and there's a reversal in here, but I like the message that popped in my head when I looked at it. So you cannot pour from an empty cup, right? What's the first thing that comes out? 10 of Wands. You don't have to be responsible for doing all the work. You need to refill your energy. 10 of Wands. And this can be also about moving, but I really feel you cannot pour from an empty cup. That's what this falls under. And, this has been a long journey and she's got a ways to go. It would be nice if she could stop and take a break and relax and rest, right? So, and this is the way a Virgo packs for a journey, by the way. I have a friend that's a very strong Virgo and everything's ready to go. It's all good. Underneath, you are perfectly imperfect. Music drum. That's why I was thinking of dancing. King of Cups energy. This is someone who has deep emotion, right? This is someone who is enjoying themselves. It's like, take that moment to feel like you're on the most peaceful place you can think of. Oh, I'm going to be on a beach. And I feel like it's them imagining it, right? He can be anywhere. I mean, he is the King of Cups. So being on the ocean, it doesn't, he's so engrossed in what he's doing that he doesn't feel the water around him. And the Queen of Cups has that same energy. It's very much, I feel like he can imagine where he wants to be. That's what I got out of this is you are perfectly imperfect. But if you are doing self-care and you're trying to calm what's going on for you, go to a happy place. Go in your mind to a great memory of just sitting somewhere that you really love. Sometimes when I'm doing those things and I'm in the moment of being actually at the beach, I will stop and just drink in the moment and listen and smell and feel So you feel the sand, you smell that salt air, you hear the waves, you hear any grass that's there waving, right? So that is something that you can do. Or picture yourself in your favorite place that you don't always get to go to by yourself. Use that vision. Oh my goodness, it just occurred to me that is so much this Venus Neptune energy. This Venus Neptune energy is saying, do those things. Neptune is about that imagination. Venus is about that beauty. Oh boy, that's kind of a head rush that I just had that come in and like, well, duh, that's Venus and Neptune together. Hello. So that we're already in the energy of that because it's going to be perfecting in just a couple hours. So listen in stillness, you meet your true self. Going to your happy place. This is someone who's also a teacher, right? Who do you connect with? I know that there's many people that watch different people, different tarot card readers on the internet. Really follow those people that you connect with, because on some days you'll get a message from one person and on others a different person, right? And what I want to say about that is trust your intuition. When you get that that spark of information from a distance, it's like it's right there, right? And this is that teacher. This is that moment where you trust your own intuition. And this is the card that came out in reverse, this Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords upright is very much about being in your head. Get out of your head. This is like, don't get into that energy. Use these other tools. This is what you should be focusing on. And the Neptune, North Node, Venus, all are going to be at the same degree tomorrow. Yep. Or in just a couple days. We're going to be in the energy of them all being at the same degree anyway, just because Neptune and Venus met at 2759. So it's not going to take much for Neptune to just hop over to 28 degrees. So what else do we have here? There is so much about resting your brain, resting your mind, and going into that heart space. Going in, see how it's just shining out from that area? When you are imagining these things in your mind, that places that you want to go to, feel it from your heart space. Boy, this energy, these messages. Okay. Other things popped out. I'm going to take these. I'm also going to pull from the bottom of the deck here. There's going to be enough for everyone. Do not worry. Do not worry about, yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's that what I chose for these two, because I like this fourth card that came out, I put like it was like a message from the bottom of the deck. Don't worry. It's like, don't worry, be happy. Everything's going to be fine. Whatever it is that you're worrying about, it's wasted energy. Quit worrying. It's wasted energy. Let's see what cards we had come out. Oh, yes. That is that. That is that. Ooh. Okay. So the other card that came out, this is interesting. Queen of Swords. This is underneath the 10 of Wands, right? Queen of Swords. She is an independent woman. That's one of the things I love about the Queen of Swords. It's just like, yeah, I'll make my own decisions. Thank you. I can do this by myself. Venus being very independent, right? I can make my own decisions. Thank you. So, this long road of you cannot pour from an empty cup, right? You cannot pour from an empty cup. And then, oh, that's what happened. Okay. The cards gave me this little message. It's just like, I don't want to be in this row. I want to be in this other row. So I will explain this to you in just a second. This is supposed to be in the first row. That's what it decided. You need to rest. You cannot pour from an empty cup. It's so funny. The cards are just so funny. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You've gone a long way. And again, remember when I said you've traveled a long way and you may have a ways yet to go, because that's what the 10 of Wands is like. You're almost there. You're almost there. And then it's like, but you know what? It doesn't hurt if you stop and rest, because that's what that four of swords is. It's about resting and recuperating and healing. And it's a good time to do that. And then this wanted to come out underneath this. The Queen of Swords. And I'm getting this other message. It's so funny. So this is what I'm getting. This is Neptune. This is Venus. And they are actually a really good couple together. Why is that? Because, it's like he is, all right, these are the ideas. These are what I'm getting. These are what's going on. This is what I'm imagining. Very Neptune, checking in with that spiritual thing. And she's like, okay, that's a great idea. How do we get this done? How do we get this done? So I'm laughing. And you see that little cup that's over there in the corner? They're actually a good couple. If you look at it, this actually does, these two kind of work, right? So what was this card? Oh, yes. In stillness, listen in stillness, you meet your true self. I'm having a ball reading this right now. I truly am. So you have the Hierophant. You have this person who's like this teacher, and you're following, you're kind of getting the hints. And then it's like, she is like, I trust it now. I trust it now. I'm listening to someone that I really have a lot of connection with, and I trust it now. And I almost feel like these two are a couple. Neptune and Venus is like love, 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 love. And this is the energy is just really something. It is really something. Okay. So this came out. I want to make sure I put them on the right row, because it's apparently a thing that they want to be in a certain spot. This is the Three of Wands. This is under that first. And look at what she's doing. This is your ship is coming in. This is you receiving what you wanted. It's kind of like, okay, you've come to your destination, and now you're just waiting for everything that you wanted to come in, right? But you had to take care of yourself first. Now you're ready. This is also a card of travel. And now you're ready. Now you're ready. After you've gotten to where you want to be, and you've taken the time, and you've rested, you've healed, all of those things. Three of Wands is very much about receiving in. That is feminine energy, right? You're going to get those things that you've been, like the intentions that we set for that new moon in Aquarius. You're going to really get that. You just need to feel that energy. This is such a fun reading. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And here we see. I'm going to take all of these, by the way. This is very interesting energy. Very interesting. So what comes under this middle row is Pluto. Pluto's in Aquarius. This is death and rebirth. And I feel like this is this couple energy, right? And then there's this, you know what? We had to really clean out the closet. Mars being in Cancer, cleaning out that closet, getting rid of all the stuff from someone that was in our past. They were in our past. And you don't have room for somebody that's really great to come in, that works with your energy. You don't have room for that person unless you clean out their stuff, because their energy is hanging around. Get rid of the stuff in the closet that belongs to them and smudge your house, right? Everything that belongs to them, it's got to go. Make a donation, right? Get rid of it. That's Pluto. Pluto wants you to get rid of it, because there's you need the room for the really good stuff coming in. And a lot of this can be love, honestly, because it's like, you just need to make room. If you don't have it now, I think it's going to be coming. And the reason I think that is because the Lover's card came out, right? It's like this, the third row. In silence, listen, in stillness, you meet your true self. And then it's like getting that higher connection. Once you clean out the stuff, you do need a space that I would call a void, where you are just enjoying not having that stuff there anymore. And then going, you know what? I'm ready to have a whole new beginning. What more could you ask for, right? What more could you ask for? And then what comes out? King of Wands. This is very young in charge energy. Let me get this to focus for you. Very young in charge energy. Look at that lion. And we have been saying all along, a lot of readers I know, and me included, Lionsgate, big. There's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to happen between now and then. Things will start looking way, way different. Lionsgate. And that energy, it's so strong. So strong. I think this is our timing card, honestly. I think this came out with the cards I consider like what we don't see coming. I think this is Lionsgate. Quit worrying. Everything's going to be fine by Lionsgate. This is such a cool reading. This is such a cool reading. So I'm really, really, really happy that these cards are just talking like they are in charge. They are in charge today. So I'm going to take these out. This is the map, Colette Baron Reed's deck. And I like this because explore your life's journey. And it's got Hecate's key, which to me is that new moon energy. Hecate is very much about keys. And on our new moon ceremony, we did get a key from her with our intentions that we set. So I want the energy as a final message to come through for us. I want to volunteer from the deck. Okay, that's not fair that two jumped out, but we'll see what they say. This came out yesterday. Heal the Ouch. This came out for somebody I that was at our live that we were doing. It's Heal the Ouch. And that is very much talking about what we were doing to start with. You can't pour from an empty cup. Heal the ouch. Get rid of their stuff, right? And then you have, this is the one I'm going to read. This is Ghostlands. I had the privilege of going to Prague and seeing the astrological clock. Ghostlands. This is a number 17 that adds 2 and 8. So 17 is kind of a cool number. It is a prime number. So I think it's extra special. Ghostlands. This is amazing. You can learn from the past and imagine a beautiful future, but you must live in the here and now. Whenever you set your sights too far ahead, you run the risk of losing your footing, for rarely do the present and future match up exactly on the enchanted map that is your life story. The future has no substance right now. It is a place that has no grounding as of yet. You can't live there, yet you can take measured steps toward a goal or dream. These steps are important now. The same goes for nostalgia. You can look into the past wistfully and remember beautiful moments or revisit lessons learned. However, you can't live there, nor can you go back and change what was. Yesterday is gone forever. Live fully in the present. The now is the most powerful place to put your attention. Its magic reaches out in every direction, further than the heart and soul can see. Ghostlands. This this was a very powerful message. So I am going to send blessings out to every one of you today, and really drink in this energy. It gives us time to rest before the chaos starts in March.